All right, hope everyone's doing well. In this video, I'm going to talk about Dogecoin, why I'm bullish on Dogecoin, why I think we're going to be seeing a major rally in Dogecoin. Now, before we start, this video is not trading advice, not financial advice, not investment advice. So please do your own research before you make any financial decisions. Now, if we look at Dogecoin here, let's start with the monthly time frame. I've got the moving averages up. Um, what's exciting about Dogecoin is that we're above the 10 moving average. This month hasn't closed yet, the candle. We still have 13 days and 5 hours. So I'd like to see a close over this 10 moving average, but you'll notice that when we do close above it, usually it's a good thing. Price has gone up, except here. So that's constructive here for Dogecoin on the monthly time frame. Weekly, we're basically in this rising wedge pattern. We bottomed out back in April, made a double bottom above the 200 moving average, and now we are essentially in this so we're in this rising wedge pattern. Now, a lot of people are going to say rising wedge patterns are bearish patterns. Well, that's what they teach you in textbooks, but recently the market has been showing rising wedge patterns and breakouts from rising wedge patterns. It's exactly what happened here with Dogecoin earlier this year in the summer when we bottomed out on June 22nd. We had a rising wedge pattern right here, and we consolidated for a while and we broke out from that pattern. So here we see a bigger version of that same pattern. Now I like the fact that we're above the 10 moving average on the daily time frame here. We've consolidated really nicely, holding over 25 cents. Today we're green on a day where there was a lot of volatility with the FOMC, Powell cutting interest rates 25 basis points. If we look at the other names like Tesla, it's been doing really well. Had a major breakout in Tesla. Usually Dogecoin likes to do well when Tesla is doing well. There's a pretty good correlation there. Don't know why, there just is. Probably due to Elon. IWM small caps are also doing well, showing that we are in a risk-on environment, and that would be good for Dogecoin. Same as Ethereum. So these are all positive signs that would indicate that a major breakout is looming for Dogecoin. Okay. Now there are some important levels that we need to hold here. I said the 25 cent level is important. Let's go to the shorter time frame here. We've got a decent base here. We're holding over the 50 moving average, so that's good. But we want to hold over that 25 cent level, and we want to take out this 30 cent level. That's a pretty important level there. If we can break out of the 30 cent level, then that would set us up for a move to about 33 to 35 cents. So I've actually drawn a what I think price is how it's gonna behave in the next few months. Let me show you guys that. So let's see if I can find it here. There we go. Now you might be like, yeah, there's a lot of lines. This is confusing. I don't know what the hell this is. But the way I did this was I used use the modified shift pattern. So this right here is the modified shift pitchfork indicator. You can find it on TradingView. I've added as a favorite. It's a really helpful indicator. And the way it works is it has 3 points. So you attach one point to the high, and then the second point to the low, and the third point to the most recent low. So here you can see I've got 2 pitchforks. I've got this big pitchfork here, and I've got this little pitchfork here. So this big pitchfork, I anchored it to the all-time highs in 2021, to our cycle lows back in October 2023, and to our most recent lows in April of 2025. Okay, so that's our major pitchfork. You'll see that price likes to hit these levels, and then there's this red line here that's called the median line, and it acts as a important area of support or resistance. So in this case, you can see when we had that big run last fall, it tagged the median line, and then it came back down. So that's an important area, around 48 cents or so. So I've drawn this pathway where I think price is going to be. So we've got this rising wedge here, looking for price to break out of the rising wedge pattern, hold this median line here from this smaller modified pitchfork, break out of this major median line that has acted as support in the past, about 33, 34 cents. It'll probably act as resistance here, but if we can break out of that level, then that would set us up to about 40 to 43 cents or so to get to this line. And then if we continue to make higher highs and higher lows, I want to see that median line get tested. So initially act as resistance and then act as support, get like a support resistance flip, resistance support flip, whatever you want to call it, and then get to the top of this pitchfork here, break out of this, so that's about 60 cents or so, and then consolidate around 60 cents. 60 cents is a very important level. If we can hold that level consolidated, we might have to take out some liquidity, get into like the high 50s or whatever. But if we can hold that level, then that would set us up for a very, very nice next leg up. I've drawn some other lines here. You can see that these lines join together. We've got one impulse move up, 2 impulse moves up, 3, and then this would be the 4th move up potentially. And it would coincide with this line here, close to this line. That's around 92 to 98 cents or so. Might get to that $1 psychological level. Honestly, we don't know what's going to happen, but that's what I am predicting, that we get to that point early next year or late this year. So we'll see, that's what I think. I think we got to slowly break through these important levels. Like I said, that 30-cent level, the 33 to 35 cent level, the 43-cent level, 60 cents to get to the dollar, which would be like Valhalla, right? So yeah, those are my thoughts on Dogecoin. Let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching the video.